It
thing.
was all
Yeah.
tied in with that release. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of
So,
neat. I worked my way through it one
uh,
day. It was
Gabe
cool.
actually worked on that. To what
Hmm.
extent, I'm not sure, but
Oh, okay,
yeah.
cool. Guess I shouldn't say I'm surprised that someone in our camp was involved.
Yep. Our orbit
Yeah,
reaches
with
far and
the
wide.
cutting edge experiential music and video and interactivity kind of.
So I will say this much. I will say this. The I never think about it until it happens, but I do have a pretty good track record of coming up with cool ideas when I get sick.
Nice. Okay.
And
Like
so,
like Ween with that one album that they did when I think they all had they both had mono.
really?
Yeah, the Mollusk, I think it is.
Yeah, okay.
And
Yeah,
they're like the whole album they did just like fucking just like wasted on NyQuil and like
perfect. That
in
that
the
sounds
throes
about
of
right.
mono. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Don't hold it
Those
might be a
guys.
different album, but I want to say Mollusk off the top of my
And
head.
that, I mean, that sounds about right because I think
Mm,
that one is very like,
stands out. Yeah. it's
yeah.
it's very feverish.
I don't have words for it. So,
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest
So
Ween fan. It's funny because like, all the Fish fans kind of latched onto Ween after Fish played Roses Are Free, and like Ween will be the first ones to tell you like, yeah, we were selling like 1,000 tickets, and then all of a sudden we were selling 5,000 tickets. We were like, what the fuck just happened?
I vastly prefer Fish's rendition of Roses Are Free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I did not ever. They're a good band, and they do
Hmm.
interesting things, but it's never been a band that I gravitated towards.
Yeah, sort of a lark for me every once in a while to be like, oh, I'm going to turn on a little Ween, and
Yeah.
then usually 20 minutes later, I'm like, oh, I'm going to turn on something else.
The modern day version of that is King Giz.
Oh,
Like
okay, yeah,
Trey sat in with King Giz, and then all the Fish fans started freaking out over King Giz, and like now they're like, they blew up, and
yeah.
and
I have a few friends that are like they're not Fish fans, but are
yeah.
huge King Giz fans.
Well,
They're like,
they've got a spectrum for sure, and
mm,
but their whole thing is they do everything, which is
hmm
interesting. But I don't. I mean, every time I sit down and try to listen to them, I'm just like, I don't get it.
hmm
I don't know. And
But
it's
yeah, I've only listened to a little bit, but it's kind of it's like you're trying to do so many things that you're kind of like nothing in a
yeah, I
way.
don't, yeah, it's an odd thing, and I feel like there are bands that maybe like 10 years from now, I'll look back and I'll be like, yeah, I fucked up on that one. I,
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, they're
Only
like insanely prolific too, aren't they? Like
Oh
it
yeah, they're
seems like
putting out like an album every like 8 months or some shit.
right,
Like it's
yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah,
I
and
think they
there's
did
like
one.
these
Yeah. Well, that's the other
long
thing
like
too. Is
progressive
like
rock compositions and shit.
is
Yeah.
they're so prolific that like to almost to a detriment in my mind because I don't feel anything when I listen to them.
Hmm.
So I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's
And that's the same thing like with Zappa, right? So Zappa was hyper prolific too.
hmm
And there are things that stand out in the Zappa catalog as special. And then there are things where you can very easily just be like, well, that was just him just doing shit for the sake of doing shit. And I'll
yeah.
be the first to admit it.
Yeah. Same.
So it's one of those things. Maybe,
Yeah.
and
They can't all be Joe's Garage.
yeah, or one size fits all.
Oh yeah.
That is the
So,
crowning, that is, in my opinion, that is the crowning jewel of
that's a
these.
damn fine fucking record. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, if you've never listened to Inca Roads, now's a pretty good time to listen to it.
Yeah. Settle in. It's winter.
Well, it's about an alien invasion. So
Oh right. Yep. Yep.
yeah. So if you want to prepare for the impending doom that we are all facing, go
Hmm.
listen to Inca Roads by Frank Zappa, and he will he'll get you on track.
Hmm.
Um.
So anyway, I interrupted. You were saying you have a history of having great ideas while you're
Oh
sick.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, um, ice cubes.
Love it already.
Ice cubes. So I don't know if I want to tell the whole thing or not and give other people my ideas
You're keeping this one.
before I even try them out. Um, let's just put it this way. Lasers and ice cubes and some other special things happening.
Lasers and ice cubes.
Yep,
Okay.
lasers and ice cubes. I've been fixated on this like practical like filming of lasers through practical things for as long as I can remember.
You mentioned the glass tiles, yeah.
Glass tiles, toothpaste, gel toothpaste. Ice cubes is the next one, but there's more to it than that. I'm not going to say anymore because let me try it out before you fuckers steal it from me. So
yeah, right. Yeah, I know. It'll be like 10 minutes after we post this episode, there'll be a video that's somehow 30 minutes long doing all this. Yeah.
I need to first before I can even start filming, I need to experiment with different additives. And then we'll go from there. But
okay.
Lasers and ice cubes.
You make bespoke ice cubes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Have you ever tried gelatin? Like anything like made out of gelatin?
No, but that kind of goes into the same realm as the gel toothpaste.
Sure. Okay.
I wanted to get like the sparkly Colgate. And like shoot lasers. I was gonna like I've never actually done it. I've talked about this for like a decade now, and I've never actually done it.
But never hit.
I've just like, am I really about to spend $500 on fucking toothpaste so I could fill up a fishbowl with it? Like,
I mean, the answer is yes. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. It's just, it's just that day hasn't come yet.
Damn.
But
okay.
I'm sure now that we always talk about this. Now that I have this space, all bets are off. So
okay, I'll tell you what. So my father-in-law is a dentist.
Okay.
And we get all sorts of free dental products all the time. He's like hands us bags of shit.
Well,
so I might be able to hook up a large quantity of toothpaste.
All right, but it needs to be sparkly gel.
Sparkly gel
Toothpaste.
I'll put out my feelers.
Perfect. And if all the listeners out there want to send me a tube and participate in this project, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
She can get me for Christmas. If I start getting fucking tubes of toothpaste in the mail, my wife's gonna kill me.
This is gonna be like the Jerry's with everything is terrible. You're gonna be getting toothpaste in the mail for like a decade.
Oh God. Oh God. For those of you who don't know, Everything is Terrible is this fringe art performance troupe. And
collective of some sort.
Yeah, I don't even know how to describe what those idiots do.
Right.
But
yeah.
They do some really interesting stuff, really cool stuff. I've been following these guys for years, and they were on a mission to like get every VHS tape of Jerry Maguire in existence in their possession. I think I probably actually have 5 or 6 that I intended to send to them that I never did. So I'm sitting on a few, guys. So you don't have them all yet.
Nice. I've got one myself as well that's still sealed even.
Oh, there you go.
I've never seen the movie. The idea was I was going to watch it before sending it to them just to be like, what the hell is Jerry Maguire? I didn't realize this movie's like 2.5 fucking hours. So I have not watched Jerry Maguire because
you haven't.
My commitment to the bit is not, I don't think, strong enough to carry me through 2.5 hours of that.
Hold on a second though. You haven't watched it just because of its length?
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't want to sit through that movie for that long.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, but I'll watch 7-hour movies all day, but but not Jerry Maguire.
What is this new Kill Bill?
Oh, The Whole Bloody Affair.
Yes. Tell me about it, because I just saw something about it the other day, but I have no idea what's going on.
This has been a long gestating thing. It's been rumored so many times over the past like 20 years that this was going to happen. Because originally, Kill Bill was supposed to be one film, one long ass movie. That's how Tarantino originally wanted to make it.
That whole narrative was written from the beginning, and then he just broke it up. Is that or did he add to it after the fact?
He broke it up. I believe the whole thing was filmed.
Okay.
And he was working with the Weinsteins at the time, and Harvey and his whatever you want to call it, decided that it like a 4-hour movie was, you know, just not a good market proposition at the time.
Okay.
And that you got to break it up into 2 films.
Got it.
So he did that. So actually the interesting thing is, if you'll remember at the end of Kill Bill Volume 1, there's a little sting. This was, I believe, the one thing that was done as a reshoot to create, you know, the break between the 2 films.
Mm-hmm.
Is at the end of the first film, there's a scene where Bill mentions that the bride's child is still alive.
Yeah.
And that's how the movie ends. That scene was not in the original, because if you're watching the entire thing as a 4-hour film, you don't need that information at that point in time. And actually the way it works in the full version is that you don't find out that the child is alive until the bride walks into Bill's house and hears the girl say, "Mommy, I got you," you know, and bang, bang with the little gun. So you as the audience find out, you know, after this like 3 hours and 15 minutes of this like revenge journey, that this little girl's still alive.
Got it.
Like right at the same moment that the main character does. So that is like a really, really cool piece of storytelling that, like, I wish, you know, obviously I've seen the movies many, many times, so it's not going to have the same impact. I wish I could have seen the movie like that the first time, because like how just incredible would that be?
It would have been a Luke, I'm your father moment.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's like one really big change that I know is there. So in this version that they're presenting now, the whole bloody affair, that, you know, from what I understand, that little piece of scene is gone. So the whole film just continues, and you don't find that out until she shows up.
That's cool. I honestly haven't seen Kill Bill in, I mean, 15 years. So
dude, they're so good.
So I could probably go into this almost fresh with it, because I just
nice.
I haven't watched it probably. I definitely have, like, I watched it on like DVD or something, I'm sure, at some point, or maybe even on like TBS or something.
It's a popular TBS choice. But so I know from what I've heard, there's some other stuff that has been adjusted, some scenes that had been cut, you know, that are now back in the film. I believe, is it Michael Jai White? Who played Spawn in the original live action Spawn film.
Okay.
He had a role in the movie that was completely cut from the final film.
Oh, and he's back.
And I guess that sequence is back in the movie.
Okay.
I think there's another anime sequence. I
heard something about a cartoon.
Yeah, because there's an animated sequence in the first one already when you get Oren Ishii's backstory.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like still one of the coolest anime sequences that any studio has ever produced. And apparently there's a second one as well that I think is back in now.
Okay.
And I know one of the big ones too is, so at the end of Kill Bill Volume 1, in the fight in the House of Blue Leaves with the Crazy 88, that whole sequence where it goes black and white, she plucks the guy's eye out and then it goes black and white, and then it's just a like murder fest. So that was to get an R rating for the film. The scene is so bloody that it was originally slapped with an NC-17.
But they looked the other way because it was black and white.
So he changed the scene to black and white, and they were able to get an R rating because of that. But so again, it's a really cool sequence in black and white, but it was intended to be in color. And I believe, I think there's like a Japanese release where that whole sequence is in color.
Yeah.
That's been around for a little while. So from what I understand, in this new version, also that whole sequence has been, because I think they're just releasing it unrated.
That would explain the subtitle, The Whole Bloody Affair. Like,
yep.
You're like, you're gonna see this fucking blood, guys.
Yep,
you're gonna You're gonna see it in all of its colorful glory.
So yeah, no, it sounds like it might be like a fairly different experience with a number of changes, because I read there's like 40-ish minutes of like new or different footage.
Okay.
But I think the runtime is like 4 hours and 15 minutes.
Oof.
But if you look at the two movies that already exist, the runtime is like 4 hours and 8 minutes of them combined. So it's like, it's not just 40 minutes of new stuff. It's obviously, you know, been refiltered, and like, it's really cool. It's, you know, it's re-envisioned as a single film, and like all the storytelling that needs to happen is sort of rearranged like that. So it's really cool. I'm super excited to go check it out.
When does that come out?
and they're doing like, you know, like 70 millimeter and 35 millimeter film screenings of it and stuff like that, since it's Quentin and he's
So are you gonna go see it at your little art
music
house
box. Yeah,
art house cinema there? Nice.
they haven't officially announced that they're going to be showing it yet, but I
of
feel like
course
it's
they
coming
would.
soon. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be
they've gotta
crazy if they didn't.
Yeah. Nice.
So
Well, that's
yeah.
fun. So
So
did
the only thing that sucks is I'm going to be in LA for Thanksgiving, so I will be in Los Angeles where Quentin Tarantino owns 2 movie theaters.
oh, but you're leaving right before.
But I'm leaving like right before it releases, so
So why
like,
not just stay a couple extra days?
eh. You ever been to Los Angeles?
I mean, I fucking hate LA.
Yeah, I'm not
you
a fan.
You have to pay me a lot of money to get off of an airplane at LAX. It's that simple.
It's yeah.
I do not go just for the sake of going. There is no reason, there is no way to get me into LA. Well, the last time I went to LA willingly was to go see Fish.
Oh, okay.
And that was over a decade ago now.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had family there, so that's the only thing.
I will say, I drove. I did not fly into LAX.
Oh shit!
Because they played Did we do San Francisco before that? Or no, we did. Well, essentially, what's the amphitheater that's in the shape of the Steal Your Face? The fuck's that place called? Yeah, that place.
Yeah, that place. Yeah,
that place. Anyway, it's Northern California. So they did an outdoor show in Northern California, and then they played the Forum after that. And so we drove from San Fran or whatever outside of San Fran down to LA, and then got right the fuck out of there as soon as it was done. So
I mean, that's still a healthy drive too. From I mean, what is that? Like
I'll tell
6
you
to
what.
8 hours or something.
I'll tell you what. This was right when Waze came out. So that just goes to show you how long ago it was.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, everyone was using, and especially out there. And so I was doing like 100 down the 405. I think we made the drive in like 4 hours.
Awesome.
I had just, yeah, I mean, so yeah, let's say this was 2015, 2016, somewhere in there. I had just bought my Mini Cooper, the Countryman, and me and a buddy drove from Denver. I was still living in Denver actually, so it was more than 10 years ago. This might have been 2014. This might have been 2014 actually.
Damn.
We drove from Denver out west, and so he was co-piloting, and he was like letting me know, like, and he was like looking at the map, like not just like, oh, there's a cop in a mile. There's like, oh, there's going to be a cop in 5 miles, or there's going to be whatever, right? And so he was kind of looking at the map and like, you know, giving me sufficient notice.
He was your spotter.
And I'm just like, shoo, 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 like swerving through lanes because it's all-wheel drive and it's got like a sport suspension and the steering is like super tight on it. So I had just gotten the car and I was like, let's test this thing out. Let's see what this thing's made of.
Feed it some speed.
And I'm pretty sure we made that drive in like 4 hours.
That's awesome.
It was nuts. And it was and I'm not to incriminate myself, but it was a fear and loathing experience. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it was a lot of fun.
We were 20 miles outside of Barstow.
The trunk was full
when the acid kicked in.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, those are the things you can get away with, you know, in your late 20s, early 30s, when you're like smart enough to do it, but also still crazy enough to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to be both smart and dumb. You exist in like this superposition of both being and it only exists, really intelligent and really fucking stupid.
It only exists for a few years.
Yeah, it does. If you're lucky, the intelligent part takes over.
Yeah.
If you're not lucky, the stupid part takes over.
Yeah.
But one or the other.
Yep.
One way the scales will tip.
Fortunately, knock on wood, the intelligent part took over. Never. So, yeah, the drive's beautiful. Christina and I did a road trip one year where we actually did the PCH the whole way up. We didn't take the 405, and we went like up the PCH for forever, and that was incredible.
I've done parts of it, like around Big Sur. Did that area, which is like really gorgeous. But like, I'd love to do the whole thing. Sometime,
when we did that road trip though, we skipped LA completely. Like we went to Malibu. and then drove up the PCH and like went to like whatever the bougie places are north of LA. Because we went to, I don't remember what we even did now. This was a million years ago too, but we, she found us some like, this was like back before like I could afford to do stupid things. And like, we went to this like really expensive resort, like, you know, whatever place. And I was like, I can't believe how much money we're spending on this trip right now. Like,
Yeah.
God damn it.
We went, Santa Barbara. That's like right up.
Yeah, it was
north
something
of
like
there,
that.
yeah.
But no, it was like one of the smaller, like really, really exclusive towns. It was like the first time we'd ever really done anything like that.
Oh, okay. And like Ojai or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was crazy. But yeah, if you ever get the opportunity to just drive up the PCH, did they ever fix the PCH? I have to assume they did at this point. But I remember there was like mudslides where like sections of it just disappeared a few years ago. So I don't know. I don't know what's possible these days as far as like getting from point A to point B.
Might need a couple small detours. Yeah. Highly advised.
Oh shit! So did you get to watch any of the Scorsese doc?
I have not, unfortunately. I've been more or less shackled to my desk for the past couple of days working on some stuff. So
Dorian has a project in the works that we shall not speak of.
No, please. Yeah. Hopefully, I'm working on something at least. Hopefully, it actually comes to fruition. We'll see what's up. Couple things actually.
Nice.
Something else that came up recently that I'm pretty excited about. So
very cool.
See how all that goes, which is good. I've been a little bored for a couple of months, so it's nice to not be bored again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I would kill to be bored right now.
It's a grass is always greener on the other side type of thing, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah, of course.
Already like 3 days into working all this stuff, I'm like, man, I'd really like to watch a movie right now.
Oh my god!
It'd be great if I could just knock like 3 off my list this afternoon with zero guilt.
I feel like I haven't been bored since like 2005.
Yeah, that's nice. That's awesome. Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's I do it to myself. I could very easily just say, okay, no more.
Yeah.
But
but no.
Nope. I come up with stupid ideas like lasers and ice cubes.
I guess I should say more like creatively bored, you know?
No, well, that's
I'll find shit to occupy my time all day and work on things and do things, but it's like I need that
here's another one
fucking project.
Here's another one, and here's something I could use your advice on. In the world, well, I don't know how savvy you are in this situation, but do you ever experiment with still photography, or are you strictly just filming?
No, I play with stills sometimes. I've never shot like film stills or anything like that, but I'll play with still photography.
So I have this idea. I have another idea, and I'm gonna keep it broad, but I'm gonna gauge your response and maybe lean in one direction or the other.
Okay.
If you were to experiment with shooting light over time, have you ever done that? So okay, here are my two options, right? Because there's a practical element and then there's a lighting element, and I'm obviously I'm going to do both. But I'm curious which one may yield better results, and I wasn't sure if maybe you'd ever fucked around with anything like this before. But obviously, the obvious pathway is long exposure. But there's another option in my mind, and that is to burst shoot and then stack the images.
Right.
And I'm trying, I mean, like I said, obviously I'm going to do both, but I wasn't sure if maybe you would ever. So there you go. There's another adventure that I've created for myself in this sickness of mine.
I guess the off the top of my head, I'm sure Wally could give you probably like a way better answer.
Doesn't do shit like this.
Yeah. Okay.
I've been telling Wally for years that he needs to go out and shoot creatively, not for work.
Okay.
and he refuses to do it. That mother. So if you're listening to this,
Yeah.
Wally, come up to New York and help me figure out what the path forward is on this other idea that I have.
Yeah. Does he have a different creative outlet that, like, when I'm not shooting, I'm like, I write or I paint or, like, something like that?
No, he
Oh,
right.
okay.
I mean, he his hobby. I don't know if he still does this or not, but I know him and his wife love to bike. So like mountain biking and trail
Hmm.
biking and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's his like escape
Okay.
from
'Cause
shooting.
I was gonna say I respect the separation between work and passion. Because I've definitely run into scenarios where it's like, if I'm doing just like corporate commercial stuff for like a while and then I get home, it's like sometimes I don't want to work, on like something because I'm like, I've been looking at fucking screens all day,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like shots and editing and all this type of stuff. I'm like, I don't want to do more of that now,
yeah.
when I get home. So
I wish my brain worked that way.
yeah.
Because I always think of it. I think of it in this way. Every stupid side quest that I go on makes me better at the thing that I actually get paid for.
Yep.
And so I'm constantly creating new side quests,
Hmm.
and for better or for worse.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah,
I
I
think,
usually end up veering, like if I've been on like shoots all week, it's like I
yeah,
come home and I write. I
yeah,
do
yeah,
that instead because
yeah.
I don't want to sit there and
But
start drawing storyboards.
I'm getting better and better at like blurring the lines
Yeah.
between like the different things that I do, and like, oh, this can work with this can work with this, and that's actually so like the photography one is an incorporation of paint and light. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. The stuff I learn on commercial and corporate shoots is usually shit that I get home and I'm like, well, I'm never doing that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well,
And hey,
that's like,
that's valuable too.
yeah. Well, like
Um,
that, like that concert that I did last weekend, that's my version of like corporate work.
mhm.
And like that shit, man, I just walk in. It feels like a job, and I treat it like a job. And I think because of how much insanity I've put myself through over the last 20 years, I walk into these situations and like it's the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
equate it to like a marathon runner having to go like run a mile.
Sure.
A marathon runner is just like, we're just doing a mile today. All right, cool.
Whatever.
I'll see
Yeah.
you at the bar. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Shit, I might have a drink during this mile. Yeah. Off the top of my head, I'll say though, I would imagine, depending on what the result is that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Obviously the long exposure, I don't know what type of light
Well,
scenario
that's the
you're trying to
thing.
capture exactly,
There's
but
multiple. So
okay.
they're both gonna yield good results.
Right.
But the one thing that I'm like somewhat nervous about is burst stacking, because I don't know, like obviously that one's going to require more work on the back end to make
Hmm.
it look presentable, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like stacking and adding, or like however I like merge these images together so that way it doesn't turn into like a blown out mess.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, that's what I was going to say about the long exposure is like the
yeah,
long exposure obviously is also going to pick up more of the ambient light
yeah.
that's building in the
But
room,
that's
from
easy
these light
though.
sources. So,
I've been experimenting with long exposure for a long time. So like knowing how to get that to look good is actually pretty easy.
mhm.
Just jacking up the aperture and
Sure.
minimizing as much ambient light as possible. That stuff's all pretty easy.
Yeah. I'd imagine the burst stacking will give you a really nice result once it's done, though, as
Well, there'll
far
be
as
more
like
clear.
just getting the light
Yeah, that's the
itself
whole
and
thing.
nothing
So,
else. Yeah.
obviously with long exposure, you're going to start to get,
Yep.
and then with burst stacking, it'll keep its definition more.
Yeah. I
So
wouldn't be surprised if like Photoshop. I haven't done any burst stacking in like a really long time.
yeah.
But I would be shocked if Photoshop didn't have some like kind of fucking two-button solution to that at
Well,
this
I
point.
don't use Photoshop anymore.
Oh, okay.
I
Gotcha.
am on the fuck Adobe train,
Sure. It's a good train.
and I use a software called Affinity,
Mm.
and it is equally as good. um, and it's a one-time purchase. So
Nice.
I think it was like $200, and you get like the full suite. So they have a
Oh
photo
shit.
a
Okay.
photo app, an Illustrator app, and then a designer app.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And I actually think that they just came out with like a new version where they're all merged into one interface now. So you don't even have to like jump from app to app anymore. You can just you have access to all of the tools in one place.
That's awesome.
So it's in
That
I haven't
was
that's part of my December list to start exploring that world, because I do have some other projects that I'm working on that will require some sort of graphic design element. We'll see how that
Mhm.
all plays out. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all
Affinity, you said it's called?
yeah, Affinity to
Sweet.
yeah.
I'm gonna look that up because I love
Yeah.
that. That was like when I switched from Premiere to Resolve,
Yeah.
and that's how DaVinci Resolve is set up.
Yeah,
where it's all
exactly.
it's one app. You just click
Yeah.
on I want Fairlight or color or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
and it's just, you're
exactly.
right there. It's so good.
Yeah. So that's kind of
Adobe.
that was the thing when I was, because everyone like started having meltdowns with the way that the subscription model, and they just kept jacking up the price every year.
It sucks. Yeah.
And I was just like, and then I would like look at it and I'd be like, I'm spending $60 a month or whatever it is, and I'm using this software at most to like any of their softwares. The one that I used more than any of them was the media encoder, and
Mm-hmm.
and Apple came out with one called Compressor that's essentially the same thing, and I owned that for the last 10 years and never touched it because I didn't know what it did.
Right.
And someone was like, yeah, just use Compressor. Like there's a few codecs that it doesn't support, but well, you'll
All the
figure it
major
out.
ones, yeah.
Yeah,
be
you'll
fine.
figure it out. And so I was like, okay, well, if I'm not using Media Encoder anymore, I'm certainly not paying for the rest of this bullshit.
Yeah.
And so I started doing a bunch of research, and I was like, okay, so if I'm leaving the Adobe ecosystem, but I work in film and I work in photo and I work in this and I work in that and I work in all these other places, what are the options? And they were like, well, if you use Affinity for your photography and your graphic design, you use either DaVinci or Final Cut for your video work,
Video editing.
and then
yeah.
you use Compressor for media encoder, and you're on your way. I can't think of what else there is that you might need, but
Yeah.
that was it.
Pretty much covers it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's where we are now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Every time I go to cancel my Adobe subscription, they keep offering me like this like sweeter and sweeter
Oh,
deals.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm like, all right, now cancel. And they're like, are you sure you want to cancel? I'm like, yeah. And then they're like, okay, what if it was only $20 a month
Yeah.
for the next 6 months? I'm like, fine.
Yeah.
And I end up sticking with
That
it.
was-
So
That was like my gym membership. So I had an LA Fitness membership in Atlanta, and you have to actually go to the gym and like fill out a piece of paper and hand it to them. You can't just cancel like over the phone or anything. You have to literally hand them a piece of paper that says, I want to cancel. And even then,
yeah.
they send you that same bullshit where they're like, well, we'll give you a membership for $15 a month for the next 6 months. And it's like, fuck you. I'm moving. There's not
I'm out, man.
there's not an LA Fitness within 100 miles of my house. Like, leave me alone. And
The whole Godfather.
I still get shit from them being like, we want you back. Like, we'll give you whatever. Like, and I'm like,
Yeah. The whole like, yeah, what's the opposite of gatekeeping, where like rather than like not letting you in, they won't let you out?
Yeah,
I guess it's just gatekeeping from the other side. Yeah. It's like,
you're trapped.
yeah.
You can never
Every
escape.
time I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
Oh man.
Yeah, I need to just pull the plug though. It's one of those things that it's because every like 4 or 5 months, I swear, I get like a call from an old client that's like, "Hey, this old project, like, can you do this new export?" And it's like, of course, I did that in fucking Premiere. So
Yeah.
to dig that up and
Yeah.
all that
It's
kind of
just
crap.
weird. It's weird to me that like they don't allow. There's not there some. I think I read something somewhere where they said they were going to break things up if you needed to, where you could have access to individual apps. But even then, it's like, what? So okay, so I'm gonna pay. I mean, I wouldn't mind paying a $10 subscription to have access to Premiere.
Mhm.
That would be fine. I think that would
Yeah.
be okay. But again, like, there's so many other things out there now that are equally as good. So it's like, why bother?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm a
Yeah,
full on Resolve devotee at this point.
yeah.
Like every
I know.
time I
I need
have to
to.
open Premiere to go back to something, I'm just like, ugh, ugh.
I need to step my game up in Resolve because I see all you guys working on it, and I'm like, oh, this looks great.
It's really nice,
Yeah, I
dude.
mean, I
Yeah.
love Final Cut. I'm such a wizard in Final Cut, though, and like I just crank shit out so fast in it that it's just so hard for me to to leave that ecosystem because
Hmm.
I've been working in it for 15 years now, and I've got all these plugins and all these like magical tricks, and
Uh-huh.
everything I do is just so easy, and I don't think about any of it. It
Yeah.
just everything happens so naturally there.
Well, and it's like it's funny too because obviously like most nonlinear editing software, they all pretty much work the same,
Yeah.
In terms of what you do
Well,
with
that's the
them.
thing.
But like
You take a
everything just has a different name.
That's it.
You know,
Yeah.
like that's the annoying thing. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's how do I make a folder? And it's like, no, it's a bin.
Yeah.
You know, like,
And it's one of those things where if you just tell yourself 1 month, give it 1 month, and this will all be as easy as it is in this other thing. That's
Yep.
all it takes.
for real, yeah. And DaVinci, I know, also has some stuff built in. Like, I believe they have like a full set of like Final Cut hotkeys built in. So if it's like you
Yeah.
want those, like you just go and select like Final
Yeah.
Cut, and it's like, pff, there you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What so is it family in LA?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
my mom and my brother both live there, and
That's right, yeah.
my niece, of course. So
That's
yeah,
right.
so gotta go see her. My niece just turned 10, which is crazy. So there's like a, there's like a fully formed person waiting to see me in Los Angeles at this point, which is still just crazy because she was just
Yeah.
like,
When was the last
like
time
this
you saw her?
eccentric child. We go every Thanksgiving, so
Oh,
it was a
okay.
year ago.
All
yeah,
right, yeah.
yeah.
A lot
But it's
changes
like
in a year.
Yeah, especially especially at this range from like
Yeah.
7 to like 10, where it's
Yeah.
like, whoa, you
Yeah.
like there's just, I'm starting to like fact check her on my phone, like that can't be true. I'm like, fuck, she's right. This kid knows more than I do.
Uh,
She is like a certified genius though, so
Oh, wow.
it's-
Well, we just
no shame in being beaten by the best.
yeah,
Yeah.
we went and got Hudson a little evaluation the other day because he's having some speech deficiencies.
Hmm.
But the crazy part is that he's like, and it's one of those things. You want to be the proud parent, and you say, "Oh man, my kid's so much smarter than everyone else," right? Like everyone thinks that.
Mhm.
But it was nice to actually get confirmation because at the end of the evaluation, they were like, "Yeah, your kid's like way advanced in everything except for his ability to say S and D." And like, they're like, "We'll
I'll
do
take it. Yeah.
we'll do the speech. We'll do the speech. Whatever." And but yeah, he's good to go. Like
Hell yeah.
because it was funny towards the end. We're all in the same room, but there's like two different like therapists, right? So there's like the one that's like more clinical, and then the other one that's more like I don't know how you would describe it, but a little bit more loose, right? And so they take turns. So one of them's with the kid, the other one's with us, and they're like asking us all these questions. And I look over like towards the end of like the more like serious evaluation, and the therapist kind of just has like a big smile on her face, and she's not checked out, but she was like, she wasn't. It didn't seem like she was being as evaluative as she was earlier in the thing. And then at the end of it, she was like, yeah, she was like 8 steps ago was when he should have stopped being able to do things. And she was like, anything past this moment makes him like way advanced because there's like, they do these things that are like progressively harder and harder. And she was like, yeah, like 8 things ago was when a 3-year-old should not
Normally would be like, yeah, I can't.
he can't. And he was like doing all these other things. And she was like, he's like, there's no learning disabilities. There's none of that exists. He's just got a speech impediment. And I was like,
Yeah,
great.
S and D's suck.
Yeah. Great. Awesome.
Oh,
So,
that's amazing.
yeah. So that was fun news to get.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I mean between you and your intelligent, beautiful, talented wife, I would be shocked if there was a different result. I'd be
Yeah.
asking questions if there was a different result.
Yeah. But again, it's like, everyone wants to think that their kid is the best, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my kid is a giant pain in the ass, but he is definitely way too smart.
Yeah, but he's also the best. Yeah,
Yeah, but he's also the best.
He's the best pain in the ass.
He's got so much charisma that it's terrifying. That's the thing that scares me more than anything else. Because, you know, intelligence will only take you so far, but your ability to work with that intelligence is what makes all the difference. And like,
just get away with shit based on natural charm. Yeah.
So,
did you know so this only this little bit of knowledge only made its way into my possession recently. You know the term Riz? Kids like to say Riz these days. Okay,
I know nothing about this.
Okay, this is a term. It's Riz, and it is actually short for charisma.
Oh, so he's dripping. He's dripping with Riz.
He's dripping with Riz.
He's dripping with. Oh my god.
I would guess, yeah.
Okay, so let's be old men in the room. What is this? Do you know what the 6'7" thing is?
No, I don't think anyone does. I think that's
okay.
Isn't that the point? Isn't that the point of it? Confuse the olds? Yeah, I thought it was just one of those like, what if we just start saying this?
I saw a video the other day of they were doing the like fan cam thing at a basketball game. And these two, the camera zooms in on these two kids, and maybe 10 years old, and they were like 6'7", 6'7", and like all the sports broadcasters looked at each other and they're just like, "Are we missing something? What's going on here?"
Yep, you are, and this only confirms my belief that this is the entire point of the 6'7" thing, is just to confuse old people.
I mean, I'm sure we had those things too, but like.
Yeah.
What were they? I don't even know.
Right. I think it was like grunge music. You know, it was always that type of thing. It was more of like a culture thing where, you know, the old people were like, "This isn't music."
Yeah. I mean, we had phrases.
Now I'm like, "This isn't language."
I mean, do you think? I mean, I guess like.
Sure.
TP for my bunghole, maybe.
Some Beavis and Butthead. Yeah. Yeah. Shit. No, it's a good question. I don't know. I feel like most of the stuff we said at that age I can't repeat now, you know, like.
Well, that's just it. I mean, it's just another silly fad, and we forget about all the silly fads that existed, or most of them anyway, that existed in our childhood, I suppose.
Yeah. I remember Hella was a big thing for a little while.
Hella, I never said Hella.
Yeah. I never got into it, but it was.
I think that might have been a little bit after our time. I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it was in California in our time. It didn't make its way to the Midwest until I was too old for it.
But 6'7" is such a weird one because there's no tangible, like, I mean, like if you're quoting Beavis and Butthead, you're just asking for toilet paper. Like there's at least like something to reference there. Be like, "TP for my bunghole," like, or I don't know, shit. I'm trying to think. What was like the thing from Ren and Stimpy? I don't even know. I'm just trying to think of like the really stupid. Yeah. But that again, like there's a tangible reference there. Like you're telling someone they're an idiot. You're just saying it in a funny way. You know, in wrestling there was "suck it," which I mean, that one's pretty straightforward.
No, these kids nowadays aren't happy, you know, just like pulling references from other things. They got to be the fucking tastemakers themselves, and now they're just
6'7".
They're pulling shit out of their asses and
man,
throwing it on the internet, and we're all sitting here talking about it.
That's why I'm so happy that we moved to this nice, quiet little town where hopefully my kid actually just wants to play outside and not be on a computer.
Yeah. It's like 6-7 miles away from anyone who would bother with any of that kind of crap.
Well played.
Yeah, so it was on a South Park episode a couple of weeks ago.
I haven't watched the last few, but they've been on fire this year.
They've been fucking great.
Yeah.
The most recent one actually was very apropos. It was about AI.
Oh, great.
AI video. Yeah. Fucking, somebody makes a video of, Butters fucking Totoro, and, Studio Ghibli shows up in South Park pissed off about it. It's really funny.
Oh, wow.
But,
they're really going after Asian culture on this season, huh?
Yeah. It's
because what they did,
apart.
What were those little goofy dolls that they were making fun of? The boo-boos or something?
Oh, yeah. Labobos or Labubu.
I just saw a thing where I think they're getting a movie. They just
Oh,
green they
yeah.
just greenlit a movie. But that's
Oh
I mean
boy.
that's fast though. Normally that kind of stuff I mean it took 10 years before a Pokemon movie came out.
Hmm. Yeah, nowadays they're jumping on that shit
Yeah.
super fast. Yeah. Especially doesn't, with Pokemon for a long time, I think there were people wrestling with like, well, there's not really much of a story. They just kind of like capture these things and then, basically this is a whole game about people enslaving creatures and forcing them to fight each other to the death.
Yeah. See, that would
Um,
have been great if they did
yeah.
it like if they did like an adult like dark version of Pokemon where
Uh-huh.
it
Pokemon Noir.
yeah.
Yeah. I
Have
would I
like
would actually watch that.
Zack Snyder or something direct it.
It'll be 3 hours long because every shot is slow mo. Um, did I ever tell you I saw Pokemon 2000 in the theater on LSD?
No, but that sounds fun.
Yeah, it was really fun until we got into the theater, and so, like, me and my friend Jordan were like sitting in the back seat, back of the like theater, and all of a sudden all the families start coming in with all their kids, and
Yeah,
all the
yeah, yeah.
parents see us, and they're just like, you could see the like disdain in their eyes looking at it. They're like, okay,
Yeah.
here's the drug addicts in the back of the room.
Yeah.
So it got really,
That sounds like a scene in a Kevin Smith movie.
it was.
It should be a scene in a Kevin Smith movie.
It 100% was, because there was this clear turning point where like so much excitement, leading up to it, like, oh shit, it's kicking in, this is perfect, like, we're right on time. We get in the theater, we're all hyped, and then as soon as these people start walking in and looking at us, we're both like, oh god,
Yeah.
like, hide me.
I'm trying to think of what movies I've gone to on drugs. I mean, there's plenty. I did a Big Lebowski like 20th anniversary
Mm.
showing somewhere. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Um,
I saw The Exorcist on acid, which was like not a good idea.
that's a weird
Uh,
one to go to.
yeah. I don't know why this
I mean,
choice was made. It
no,
was. I
but you
mean,
know what though?
it was great. It
I
was really
support it.
intense.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
want to challenge yourself when you're on acid. It's a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's certainly a way to challenge yourself.
Yeah, it was a
So
very intense experience, and for some reason, the whole walk home, I thought I had stepped on a piece of glass, and that like my foot was bleeding inside of my shoe like profusely, and I'm like, we just got to get home, and then I'll look at it and deal with it. And we got back, no, totally fine. There was
yeah,
like not even a rock in my shoe. It was nothing, just completely fabricated. Just the whole time, like trying to have a conversation with my friends, and in the back of my head, I'm just like, fuck, there's probably just like bloody footsteps just trailing behind me.
it is a thing. It is a thing. I don't know. Because I've experienced similar but different scenarios where for some reason my ability to walk is hindered.
Hmm.
Something with the feet. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is. But there was one time where I thought I had cement boots on and I couldn't move for hours. Like literally just stood in place for like hours, could not move. I was like, they're like, you okay? I was like, I can't go anywhere. I got these cement boots on.
Yeah. Can't you see?
Yeah, don't you
Duh.
see?
It's like this fucking idiot. Wow, that's a crud. Yeah, no, I never had that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely did have some weird feet stuff. This was one of them. This was the one that stands out the most, because I was like otherwise seemingly unaffected by the experience of watching this movie on acid, aside from just being like, that was really good, and it was
Yeah.
a very wild experience. And then but then had this separate, but I'm guessing related, nightmarish experience walking home.
Yeah.
But
Well,
luckily,
so you didn't check until you got home?
no, I was afraid to look, because like if I looked, it was going to make it real. If I didn't look, I could convince myself like it's probably not bad.
See, the minute my lungs breathe fresh air, that would have been the first thing I would have done. I'd be like, all right, let's assess this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Literally the first thing I would have done the second I got outside.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I was too nervous. We were having a good time. I didn't want to ruin the good times. It's like if my
That's-
foot's bleeding, then like the night's over. We got to go to the hospital. It's fucked, and
Yeah,
if we can get this walk in at least.
yeah, fair.
So yeah. But so what's Thanksgiving like in the Ellis household?
Chaos.
Yeah. You got family coming in, or you
Well,
guys going somewhere?
we're gonna go to my parents' house,
Oh, okay.
and so my brother and my stepsister, and their families will all be there as well. So in total, I think it's 8 grandchildren. Yeah,
Nice.
8 grandchildren and 4 dogs.
Damn.
Yeah,
The
it's
dogs
gonna.
all get along?
Yeah, they're fine.
Okay, sweet.
They're fine. The kids mostly get along. The funny part is going to be because, so when we were in Spain, um, my parents watched Hudson, and they took them down to my brother's for. They do like a collective birthday party because I think like 3 of the kids are all within like a month of each other or something.
Gotcha.
And so I don't know what the rapport is between all of the kids because they just spent time together, just a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
They just spent a day or two together without us there. So I
Yeah.
have no idea what we're getting into
Oh man.
next week
You'll know as
because
soon as you walk in the door.
yeah, because that's one of the weird things with young kids is if enough time is spent, it's kind of a clean slate. But if they see each other multiple times in a short period, then
Mhm.
like they set their own sort of tone for how
Yeah.
things are going to go. And so
Right.
we're going into this blind. I have no idea like who is Hudson, gravitating towards, who is he running away from?
Right. Yeah. You don't know what kind of
Because they're all older. He's the maybe the second youngest out of the 8. I think
okay.
maybe. So it goes anywhere from like 10 to 2.5. And it's a wild bunch. Let's just put it that way. A wild bunch.
Yeah,
so,
and you don't know what kind of like rollover social dynamics are
I
being
don't
carried
know.
over
Yeah,
from the last experience.
I don't know where things stand right now, so I'm about to find out. But I think we're going to so we're going to do Thanksgiving with my family, and then we have options as far as the Black Friday festivities are concerned. There is hear me out, because Black Friday is also, and you wanted to go on a diatribe about this, the official launch of the Christmas season.
Yes.
So there's a giant holiday market up in Hudson that's like a creator market, so artists and artisans and so on. So there's a big Christmas market that is opening in Hudson on that Friday. But then there's also some things in the city that are happening. And so we haven't decided if we're going north or south yet after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to do,
I vote for creators markets, support
it's,
local artists.
It's the same thing in the city. There's a big one. There's a new one that's opening in Brooklyn that is like supposed to be sort of similar to like the European Christmas markets. So like raclette and like a lot of like different like foods.
We got a German one out in front of Wrigley. Yeah.
And
we
those
just go there for the wine and raclettes. It's so good.
those are always great. Ultimately, we're going to do all of it over the course of the next 4 weeks. So
sure,
but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Nice.
Yeah,
sweet.
The thing that I am most excited about is actually it's not even Hudson. It's for Christina, because Christina's never really experienced Christmas in the Northeast. And it's a different thing up here because there's a lot more history up here than there is, and a lot more of the traditions and stuff. There was actually, this reminds me of a thing that I saw the other day. Now, granted, there's a lot of, even up here, it's not the way it used to be. And there was an interesting thing that kind of was brought to my attention that I think about it sometimes and I don't think about it sometimes, and in the context of concerts and life in general, whatever. But there was a series of images of the magic of Christmas in New York City in the 80s.
Hmm.
And there were two primary things that were they zoomed in on. One of them obviously was the lighting, traditional analog lighting, incandescent lighting.
Yeah.
The warmth of that in contrast to the typically bleak winters that exist up here in the Northeast. I mean, it is as gray as you can possibly imagine outside right now, and it's beautiful. But the warmth of natural, real Christmas, or any lighting for that matter, whether it's the street lights or it's the Christmas lighting or just the lighting glowing. There's a glow to natural lighting that does not exist with LED lighting.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing that they made sure to highlight was the sort of debaucherousness of the 80s. And so scantily clad women in fur coats high on cocaine. And like Wall Street bros, very high on cocaine,
right?
And like it was fucking hilarious because
the Christmas tree was high on cocaine.
Like
and there was actually no snow in that photo. It was all cocaine. Yeah,
this post was so incredible because they said it without saying it, but they were like, the 80s was such a special time in New York City. And there's like pictures of these like majestic, storefronts and the Christmas trees and the warm glow of the lighting. And then it's like a bunch of dudes sweating in business attire walking through the snow.
Nothing suspicious here. Yeah. And at the time, nobody gave a shit. That's the thing. Yeah, everyone was like, "Oh, cool."
What it was. I mean,
yeah, they were like, "Oh, cool. Those guys must be working hard."
Everyone was having a great time.
Yeah, right.
But regardless, there is a charm in my experience because I've been to like different parts of the country around Christmas time. And there really is a thing that exists here that doesn't really exist anywhere else in the country.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And I say that in a broad sense of New York and New England. Just the older, more traditional approach to what Christmas should look like.
Yeah.
So
it's actually like brought, from England to the colonies and stuff and started. Yeah.
So that shit still exists here in some form or fashion. So I look forward to Christina getting to experience that. And then once it starts snowing, then it just gets that much better. So, and all signs point to this being the snowiest winter in the Northeast in many a year. So,
oh shit. Hell yeah. Enjoy that.
I can't wait. I'm fucking ready, dude. Bring it.
Get your shovel.
I hope it snows 5 fucking feet one day. And I'm going to dive headfirst into it. I cannot wait.
I'm sure I'll regret saying this, but I could really go for some snow this year also. The past few years here, we've had the mildest winters the past like 4 or 5 years. I think last year
there's a La Nina system, and so everyone's forecasting is that the temperatures will be milder, but there will be a lot more snow, which is a good thing, right? Because like if it's 10 fucking degrees outside and there's no snow on the ground, it sucks.
Yeah.
It needs to be worth it. Like the cold, there needs to be a payoff for the cold. And that payoff is snow. So
yeah. It's like it's like having a bad dessert. It's like make it worth the calories, like if if we're gonna do this, we gotta do it right.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I hope your wishes are granted.
Me too. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Any day now. It did flurry the other day, so it's ready to go. It wants to snow. I actually, when I opened the door this morning, I thought it was going to snow, but it's going to warm up pretty. It's actually going to be like 50 degrees out today, so which is perfect for my responsibilities for this afternoon. So
nice.
with that being said, I do have to run and get this stuff done. So Dorian and everyone listening at home, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Cheers.